What the heck? Oh, wow. Oh. Dude, that's a sledgehammer top.
All right.
It's creepy as fuck.
Are you ready? We're about to pass the threshold.
Yeah.
All right. Like
We're
like
here.
one last thing. Like there's no turning back once we enter here.
I know.
What did you get? Did you get that?
What was that?
That was definitely like a bomb. What did it right there?
These campers and investigators had no idea what was hiding in the darkness around them. But their cameras captured every disturbing moment. In this video, we'll go through some of the most disturbing camping and paranormal encounters ever caught on camera. This video comes from YouTube creator Franco TV, where abandoned explorations and paranormal investigations often uncover strange activity hidden within forgotten locations after dark. What begins as a nighttime investigation inside a public monument sanctuary quickly turns into a disturbing encounter after shadow figures, unexplained sounds, phantom voices, and a mysterious figure begin appearing throughout the structure. While exploring the monument's interior corridors, the investigator notices something unusual moving along a nearby wall. A distinct shadow appears to shift across the concrete surface, despite the area seeming completely empty. As the team continues through the narrow passageways, the unexplained movement creates an immediate sense of unease. The deeper they travel into the structure, the more unsettling the atmosphere becomes.
I thought that was a person. What am I hearing over there? Hold on. I just literally saw a shit. Am I hearing over there? I just saw a shadow on that wall. Right over here.
The situation escalates when a loud, grinding sound suddenly echoes from the darkness ahead. The noise resembles a heavy object being dragged across concrete and appears to originate from a distant section of the sanctuary. With no visible source and no one else known to be nearby, the sound leaves the investigator searching the surrounding corridors for an explanation.
I just got like a weird noise this way. They sound like a block or something being moved. I'm trying to fix my hat. That actually looks pretty cool. I'm already getting like a weird noise. It could be like a wind chime or something. I'm gonna keep going as normal. That's creepy.
Moments later, the audio equipment begins picking up what sound like multiple human whispers. The voices seem to emerge from the hollow spaces surrounding the tombs and remain difficult to locate. Concerned about preserving battery power while investigating the source, the investigator lowers lighting equipment and focuses on tracking the unexplained sounds through the darkness.
Hello? I got weird voices. Hello? Hello? It sounded like it came from... Alright, I'm gonna have to switch lighting here. I'm not gonna have it so bright. Just so that way I don't kill the battery on my light. But I already got something creepy going on here. I'm gonna reply again to see if I could get a noise. Is it okay if I could record here?
Deep within the burial chambers, another disturbing event unfolds. Heavy scraping noises suddenly break out from a dark room nearby. The sounds resemble a large object shifting across a hard surface and appear to come from surprisingly close range. The unexplained disturbance creates the impression that something is moving within the chamber, just beyond view.
Just heard a noise. I literally just heard a noise down here. What the f? Holy crap. There's somebody legit inside the room. Holy crap.
The most disturbing moment occurs near the end of the exploration. While scanning the darkness with night vision equipment, the investigator notices what appears to be an elderly woman standing motionless in the shadows. The figure remains completely still while staring in his direction from the darkness. Unable to determine who she is or why she is there, the team decides to immediately end the investigation and leave the area.
I think is there somebody actually here visiting? And I think when I came around through the loop area, they might have walked away because I might have freaked them out a little bit. But wait. Oh my god. She's right there. That's the lady I saw. It's an old lady. Hello? Ma'am? Do you need help? Do you need help? Yeah. Not doing that.
With shadowy movement inside the corridors, unexplained voices echoing through the tombs, and a mysterious woman appearing deep within the sanctuary, the disturbing encounter remains completely unresolved. This video comes from YouTube creator Omar Gosh TV, where abandoned explorations often lead to strange and unexplained encounters. What begins as an exploration of an abandoned twin tunnel system quickly turns into a disturbing underground experience. After unexplained sounds, strange discoveries, and escalating hazards begin emerging from deep within the isolated passageways. Deep inside the concrete tunnels, the investigation takes an unsettling turn when a sudden piercing sound erupts from the darkness. The noise resembles a human scream and echoes violently through the narrow passage, making it impossible to identify where it originated. In an environment where every sound is distorted by concrete walls, The unexpected anomaly immediately puts the team on edge.
Shh. What the heck? Oh, dude, I thought for a second it was somebody screaming.
No, dude, I was laughing. I'm like, it's an ambulance.
Yeah. That was really scary. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. Dang, it's like, sounds like it's gonna come in here.
Yeah, what the heck?
What if it's a ghost ambulance? Oh, it just stopped. What the heck?
No, wait. The frogs all of a sudden. I haven't heard the frogs at all since we started. Shh.
As the explorers continue forward, the atmosphere changes dramatically. A cold draft begins moving through the tunnel, while moisture levels rapidly increase around them. The sudden temperature drop creates an uncomfortable feeling that something within the underground system has shifted. The deeper they travel, the more hostile the environment becomes.
I can't remember. Oh, look at this. Shh. That's on. I could hear that. Wait, is it coming from behind you or in front?
The ambulance?
Yeah.
From behind me. I don't know, actually.
I'm starting to feel that draft like we felt in the other one.
Oh, all of a sudden you're right.
I didn't feel it in the beginning, but
Bro, you know what's funny?
You feel it?
We felt the draft halfway or 3/4 of the way through that tunnel, or till where we went, and that's when like we found something crazy. So let's hope that doesn't happen now.
hope not. Found something. I don't know.
It better not be a Ouija board.
No, it's not a Ouija board. Oh, it's like a sandbag, or I don't know. It's like rocks.
The encounter escalates when heavy knocking sounds begin striking the tunnel from somewhere behind the team. At the same time, faint vocalizations seem to drift from farther ahead in the darkness. The disturbing combination creates the impression that unknown activity is surrounding them from multiple directions, leaving the explorers trapped between unexplained sounds.
Hey guys.
Some graffiti. Oh,
What the heck? Hey, there's people in front of us.
are there?
Yeah, I just heard voices over there. There's people right there.
We just heard a knock behind us. Real similar to the knocks that we heard in the Phase Road tunnel. And we also heard people ahead of us, so we're not sure what we're gonna find up ahead.
The investigation reaches its climax when the explorers discover a heavy sledgehammer head permanently embedded in the concrete floor beside a fractured wall section. Moments later, an investigator loses footing and injures an ankle, turning the already tense situation into a genuine safety concern. With growing hazards and unanswered questions, the underground passage becomes increasingly dangerous.
What is this?
Oh, what the heck?
Oh, I almost thought that was some kind of doll or something. Yeah, it's rock. Yeah, that's number 2 we got clickbaited today. Oh, wait, what's behind you? What the heck? Oh, wow. Oh. Dude, that's a sledgehammer top. Yeah, it is. That's steel, look. That's a sledgehammer. Like the tip of it. Oh, that's how they... Oh, look, a spoon, too. It's like cemented to the ground. How did we miss that? But remember that big hole in the wall?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it was from that, and they broke it. Oh, I don't want to go in any more tunnels, guys.
Yeah, I'm kind of over it.
No more tunnels for me for a while.
With a scream echoing through the tunnels, unexplained knocks surrounding the team, and strange discoveries hidden deep underground, the disturbing encounter remains completely unresolved. This video follows 2 investigators entering a heavily active forest and military site, known for a rumored portal inside a cave. Their usual focus is documenting paranormal activity, but from the start, the location feels unusually quiet and isolated. As they move deeper into the area, the absence of natural sounds like birds or animals creates an immediate sense that something is off. As they approach an old bunker, they begin attempting communication with any spirits present. Almost immediately, strange audio phenomena occur: distant voices, faint whistles, and unexplained movement in the surrounding forest. The energy shifts noticeably, with both investigators reporting physical discomfort, such as chest tightness and emotional unease, that seems to intensify in specific areas.
It is a very historic spot. All right.
It's creepy as fuck.
Are you ready? We're about to pass the threshold.
Yeah.
All right. Like there's
We're
like
here.
one last thing. Like there's no turning back once we enter here.
I know.
Okay.
Oh.
Did it sound like a rock?
No, it sounded like a woman's voice.
Oh, what?
Hey, like we're way in the distance. I don't know. Was that you?
No, I wasn't
You
talking.
didn't wheeze or anything?
No, no. Did you also forget about the bunker that's right there?
Yeah, there is something in there that's a different story.
And that's the thing about this spot is, like, I'm sure there are so many other bunkers on the land that we just haven't discovered yet. Something feels weird tonight. Do you feel that? Like, just like the shift in energy as soon as we came down closer to the ocean.
Yeah.
Like, there's just like some sort of shift.
Not long after, the investigation moves toward the deeper forest path leading to the cave system known as Hell's Dungeon. The team describes the area as extremely active and believes a spiritual portal may exist inside the cave. Their equipment begins to show irregular behavior, including sudden battery drain and inconsistent device responses, adding to the growing tension.
Just hot and cold, hot and cold.
Hot and cold, hot and cold?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting that too.
I think,
Oh my god, my battery is low.
what? No.
Low battery. From a full battery.
And that's like our brand new light that I just bought you for Christmas.
Okay, we need that flashlight.
But it shouldn't do that. The small rig lights are supposed to last hours and hours.
Tell that to the spirits.
As they continue down the trail, they report hearing footsteps, whispers, and possible spoken names such as Charles and Leonard. Communication tools begin producing fragmented responses, including words like terror, investigator, and close, suggesting an intelligent presence reacting to their questions.
We had got a couple of things just while we started the camera that said, like, I want my life back, I lost an arm, and my ashes are here. And we got those three things like back to back. So would
Fucking! Did you hear that?
I did.
Sorry,
That's okay.
freaked me the hell out. Who's there?
And we got those three things like back to back. So would
Fucking! Did you hear that?
I did. And we got those three things like back to back. So would
Fucking! Did you hear that? That was like walking on this rubbish shit.
So I'm at the very end of the tunnel, which is where we think that the main portal of this spot is, where the activity and everything is.
Leonard.
Leonard.
These are all male names, which would make sense.
Close.
Close. It just said close. What did you ask?
If this was a portal, if they have any confirmation.
Leonard Jones. Is that your name?
Inside the cave system, the activity escalates further. One investigator experiences sudden chest pain while communicating, while others report feeling watched and physically pressured by an unseen presence. At the same time, conflicting messages appear through their devices, including phrases like, "We mean no harm," "malicious," and "deception," implying multiple or unstable entities interacting at once. A key turning point occurs when the investigators attempt to communicate with a possible spirit, identifying as Jenny, believed to be a younger presence connected to the location. However, communication becomes inconsistent, with responses suggesting she may be outside the cave or being restricted by something unseen.
It's okay. I feel like it's coming from down there. We're not going to hurt you. Can you tell me how old you are? Why don't you tell both Chelsea and I how old you are? Okay, we're talking to the little girl who found us.
I don't think she can talk to us in here.
She said I'm outside.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna come out.
As the investigation reaches its peak, the environment becomes increasingly hostile. Equipment failures escalate, lights begin to drain unexpectedly, and both investigators report feeling shadows and movement surrounding them. One investigator claims to feel a physical touch near the tunnel, followed by the sound of movement deeper inside the cave when no one is visibly present.
All right, I'm on my way back. So it said, private inside. Are you a private? Are you inside? What the fuck was that? Someone back here?
I'm very down.
Hello? Chelsea, are you in the cave? Chelsea, are you in the cave? What the fuck? Okay, someone just touched my back. I'm buried down the road. Fuck, I just heard something in that cave. That is creepy as fuck. Something's going on with my light. Oh! Chelsea! Chelsea! Chelsea!
I'm from the 1700s.
I don't think that's Chelsea. Where did she go?
The investigation ends with both investigators retreating due to exhaustion, equipment failure, and overwhelming unease. They conclude that the location behaves like a highly active paranormal hotspot, possibly centered around a cave system they believe functions as a portal. While nothing is definitively proven, the combination of audio anomalies, physical sensations, device interference, and shadow activity makes this one of their most intense documented explorations. This video comes from YouTube creator Thomas Locke, where solo camping trips and remote wilderness adventures often lead to unusual experiences in isolated locations. What begins as a quiet overnight stay in Gravelwood quickly turns into an increasingly uncomfortable experience after strange equipment failures, unexpected disturbances, and unexplained sounds emerging from the darkness. While preparing an evening meal, the trip takes an unexpected turn when a camping stove burns a clean hole through the base of a frying pan. Assuming the equipment is faulty, a second stove is brought into use, only for the same thing to happen again. As the metal begins to warp under the intense heat, a routine task suddenly becomes difficult to explain.
It's cool to see how powerful it actually is and actually see that blue flame. Love it. Sorry, if don't feel like you have to stop talking when I'm talking to the camera. No, you can. Oh dear. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, how the... No, I've just burnt through the pan. There is a hole in the pan. How the hell? Yeah. What? I don't understand how... No, you can't. But how are you meant to cook things in a pan that melts?
I mean, I grabbed them from Asda, didn't I?
Yeah, that's true, actually. No, they were from, they were OEX ones.
No, I did. I got them from thingy, didn't I?
These were from Go Outdoors. No, because straight away I can see that that's... Yeah, it is. This one's melting. This one's melting. Yeah, no, that's melting. That's melting. I can see it melting.
You can see the ring in the middle.
Oh my goodness.
Later that night, the silence surrounding the campsite is broken by a sharp bark from the nearby brush. The sound appears to come from somewhere just beyond the clearing, suggesting an unseen animal has moved close to camp. Though brief, it immediately changes the atmosphere.
What did it? Did you hear that?
What was that?
That was definitely like a bark. What did it dragged in?
Probably a deer or something. Yeah, it's a deer. So how are we feeling, boys?
It's darker than I can't see. Yeah, I can't see shit. Oh Jesus! Got a bevy. Yeah.
Got a deer barking. Don't say that. You feeling
Pretty good.
even the
I've
spot?
read a lot of comments about this tree, about how it's haunted. There's demon living in it.
The forest soon falls quiet again before an object suddenly crashes onto the tent from above. The impact produces a loud popping sound across the fabric, startling everyone inside. With darkness hiding the source, there is no way to determine exactly what struck the shelter.
Oh my god. Landed on my tent.
Yeah, it did.
You've been marked to sacrifice.
Oh my goodness, I actually have. Don't like that.
Hello.
That's scary, I don't like it. Oh my goodness. Sam's sneaking up on me, isn't he? Yeah. Stop it. What if my tent collapses?
Funny. Leave me alone. Thomas! Wait. Yo, that is actually something, bro. That's probably a wolf. Can you hear that?
What?
That's missed. You missed something. Shut up.
As attention shifts toward the surrounding tree line, a deep mechanical hum begins echoing through the woods. The sound resembles distant machinery operating somewhere beyond the visible forest. In such an isolated location, the noise feels strangely out of place, continuing without any obvious explanation.
I want you to look into the camera.
I'm not scared of
I want you
the
to tell me how you're feeling right now.
I'm not even joking. I'm not mucking about.
Matt,
No,
what do you feel?
I'm fine.
Do you think Tom is overreacting?
100%. Yep. Little baby boy.
Do you not think maybe I'm more attuned to the supernatural?
I'm glad I'm not then.
Alright, next joke.
I'd rather be oblivious to it.
I'm more attuned to the supernatural, which means I sit here and I know something's wrong because I'm like
Any spirits, take me.
I'm force sensitive, is what I'm
Kill
trying
me.
to say.
I can't wait for somebody to find this camera in the woods one day and be like, what happened here?
Oh shit.
They were just having a laugh. The stakes, they didn't work out.
I'm not gonna lie.
You know what, Tom? You really raised the stakes today. Tom is very nervous. See, it's quite funny because at first he said, I'm here, I'm with you boys, I no longer feel nervous. I feel like
it was immediately the interview
okay.
about the tree, and now
he's
but
crying.
returning to the tree has made Tom feel worried, feel nervous, feel unsafe.
Some wilderness encounters are frightening because of what is seen. Others are unsettling because so little can be explained. After a night of strange equipment failures, sudden disturbances, and unexplained sounds from deep within the forest, Gravelwood keeps its secrets hidden among the trees. Grizzly gas camping and remote overnight explorations in abandoned and isolated locations. What begins as a quiet overnight camping setup near an abandoned graveyard quickly turns unsettling as disembodied voices, distorted audio responses, and movement in the surrounding darkness begin to surface without any visible source. Even before the campsite is fully established, faint voices are already present within the surrounding woods. A clear phrase mentioning, "Hello, Albert," is heard, followed by a soft reply moments later. No one is ever seen, and the sound appears to come from multiple directions, creating the immediate sense that something nearby is aware of their presence.
Hello?
Albert.
Hello? Hello? Come on, Fendi. We need to get out of here.
Later in the night, while positioned near the burial vaults, audio equipment begins capturing unusual electronic voice phenomena. When asked if anyone is present, a deep, distorted voice responds with "Lower" and "Albert." Almost immediately after, a loud crash echoes from deep within the forest. The timing feels deliberate, yet nothing is ever found when the area is checked.
If someone's here, will you come and say something into this device?
Lower.
Lower? What do you mean lower? Lower what? Lower in the ground?
Albert.
Albert? Who's Albert? Are you Albert? What the hell was that? Hello? Hello? She's gone back under there again, look. What are you doing under there, mate?
As the group moves closer to the remains of a collapsed church, the camera passes through dark stone archways and broken window frames. During this moment, a dark shape briefly shifts behind the structure. The movement is quick and uncertain, but in an otherwise empty ruin, it stands out sharply against the stillness of the night.
Shall we go for a bit of a wander after I've had this brew? I don't think the GoPro's right good in low light, is it? Help. Is someone in there? Hello? Oh, it's just a shadow. I thought there was someone in there then. But look, if we have a look through the through my phone. The phone's a lot better in low light, so I might swap over to the phone. Let's go around back where it's hold on, look. Can maybe have a look inside here. Can you see out? Looks even creepier now, doesn't it, in dark? Come on, mate. Hello? What's up with you, Fenzel? Well, let's go and have a look at the other church now.
near an old pet cemetery, the atmosphere becomes noticeably heavier. The dog suddenly stops, staring into the darkness and refusing to move. Moments later, footsteps are heard approaching from the surrounding woods. A faint human voice follows near the campsite area, yet no figure ever appears. The sound is close enough to suggest presence, but nothing is ever seen.
Hello? 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 Oh, I heard someone then. Oh, stuff like that creeps me out. Virgin Mary on stuff. This is the gatehouse at night time. Beautiful, isn't it? Wow, look at that. Absolutely stunning. Look at stained glass on spire. Well, I think I'm going to head off back up to the tent now. What's up, mate? You scared? It's alright, Daddy will protect you. There, the little girl. She's gone back and sat on that little mound again. What's up with you, mate? Do you like that spot or what? Strange little creature. Looks like there's someone coming up here. Hello?
What?
Hello?
Hiya.
Alright.
Yeah, it's just where my mate's buried a dog, but we're just coming here.
Alright, don't worry about it. I've got a dog here, that's all.
You can see the dog, can't you?
What are you doing, mate?
Right, come on, let's go.
Long after the night ends, nothing about the graveyard feels resolved. Only fragmented sounds, brief movement in the dark, and unexplained disturbances remain tied to the location, as if something there continued to react even after everything went silent. This camping footage is from Work Less, Enjoy Life More. This video comes from YouTube creator Destination Desert, where remote camping trips and wilderness adventures uncover the hidden side of the American Southwest. Deep in the forests surrounding Payson, Arizona, a routine camping trip takes an unexpected turn when signs of a large predator begin appearing alarmingly close to camp. Only moments after setting up camp, movement erupts from the nearby brush. As the investigators turn toward the sound, a large canine steps into view along the edge of the trees. In the confusion, it is first mistaken for a coyote before its true identity becomes clear: a Mexican gray wolf. The rare sighting immediately transforms an ordinary evening into something far more tense.
Stop for a second.
It's like a wolf. Holy frick. That's a wolf.
Wanting to know how close the animal came during the night, the team begins searching the surrounding area. Their answer arrives quickly. Pressed into the dirt near camp is a massive paw print, fresh enough to suggest the wolf had passed through recently. Standing beside it, the scale of the track is difficult to ignore.
Little walk. We got our bear spray because what we thought was a coyote, actually a Mexican gray wolf. I Googled it because it seemed a lot bigger than a coyote to me. So we're bringing this with just in case. You never know, right?
Yeah, we need some protection. I'm terrified of wolves.
Yeah, right here. That is a pretty big paw print. I mean, there's my hand. Wowza.
I'm scared.
Yeah, Sarah does not like wolves. She has dreams about wolves.
I do. And whenever I watch a movie, like with Liam Neeson, what was that one called? Oh my gosh.
The Gray.
Yes. That
Into
one
the Gray or something.
terrified me.
Following the trail deeper into the area, the investigators encounter something they weren't expecting. Within a single step, the warm desert air gives way to a sudden pocket of cold. An icy breeze moves through the landscape despite the surrounding heat, creating a strange moment that feels completely disconnected from the environment around it.
Not cool. Ooh,
Ooh,
wow.
that breeze. That was chilly right there.
Just felt a really nice cool breeze.
Gosh, what was that? A spirit? That is crazy. It was like 10 degrees cooler right here.
A wolf spirit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really neat back here. You could ride the dirt bikes back here. Looks like somebody was camping back here.
This is super cool back here. I can't believe how the temperature dropped. Look at that.
The search concludes with one final discovery hidden among the trees. Deep claw marks are found, cut into the bark of a pine tree, stretching across the trunk in a clear display of territorial behavior. Combined with the tracks already found nearby, the markings serve as a reminder that this wilderness is far from empty.
Cool. What is that claw mark right there? That is the size of my hand. I don't know what these little fellers are. Probably squirrel or mouse or...
Yeah, there's a few of them.
Weird.
Look at that. Isn't that interesting? How brown the bark is, and then yet, look at that, that looks dead. That's so strange.
Unlike many wildlife encounters that end with a brief sighting, this one leaves evidence behind at every step. By the time the investigation is over, the tracks, the claw marks, and the wolf itself paint a clear picture of a predator that had been watching the landscape long before the campers arrived. This video comes from YouTube creator Jasko, who documents remote forest investigations. What starts as a normal overnight investigation quickly turns into a series of disturbing events, suggesting the team may not be alone deep in the woods. The footage drops into an active situation at a remote campsite. While the team stays inside their vehicle at night, heavy footsteps are heard moving right outside the tent line. Moments later, a loud gunshot echoes through the forest, forcing an immediate escape from the area.
Bro, I think there's someone outside our campsite right now. I generally think so.
Go! Bro. Yeah, no, I've had enough.
At a nearby marsh connected to local crime rumors, the team uses a spirit box. It responds with disturbing words like homicide and blunt weapon, raising concern that something or someone dangerous may be nearby.
And we turned around because there was a white truck over here. There were rumors about a homicide.
Wow.
Bro, homicide, the lies I told, blunt weapon. It's literally painting a story of what happened here.
Land.
Okay,
So creepy.
there are rumors about this white truck that roams this forest and apparently it like stalks campers, and I don't know if it's just trying to scare people, but people claim that, you know, it'll show up at like...
Fresh tire tracks are found in the mud, showing a vehicle was recently there. As insects swarm the area, the spirit box suddenly says a name: Scott Graham.
So it said trouble sleeping,
Bitcoin.
the money, Bitcoin.
What the
Bro,
hell?
maybe it's telling us that something like happened. Maybe there's like something recently that happened, a dispute. Remember, I have killed, blunt weapon. Maybe it was over money. Oh shit, Chris.
Okay.
Trouble sleeping.
Do I have trouble sleeping? I used to. I actually had to get a
I don't like that.
Michigan Great Lakes State.
Definitely.
Oh my god. This is so freaky. Sorry, let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. This is so freaky. So 1979. So there's no way that this plate is active, right? No, obviously.
I am indifferent.
I am indifferent. Wait, bro, what if the truck took this off?
Like it fell off, or they're
Like they literally just took it off.
The direct response makes the situation feel like they are being tracked or watched. While checking abandoned clothes in the brush, a low humming sound gets louder from the trees. Flashlights catch brief flashes of light between the woods, suggesting someone or something may be watching them.
Right there. Oh my god, what is that?
Oh, what the bro, what?
Okay. There's some weird people out here. Apart from us.
No, for sure. We're not the only ones. That's perfect.
They just said purse. Is there a purse here?
I really hope not.
It's kind of freaking me out why all the frogs are...
Oh. Oh. What is that? Hello?
Who's out here?
What is that noise?
Bro, it's getting louder. It's freaking me the fuck out.
Whoa, what did I just see over there?
What'd you see?
There's a light. I just saw a light.
Dude, I saw a light over there too.
Hello?
A sudden scream comes from the thick forest, followed by another gunshot closer to the group. With no clear source and movement getting closer, the team is forced to leave immediately.
We go down the lake. We go down to the other side or something.
Because right now, I don't... What is that?
What was that noise?
Hello? Oh shit! Okay. What the... Bro, that was a scream.
Whoa.
Truck, you said climb?
Truck.
There's a truck. Where is it? I can hear it. Chris, there's a Hello? Hold on. Wait, Chris, we're hearing the truck. We just heard a scream. That doesn't... Oh, shit! Chris, give me the truck. That's a gunshot. That's a gun.
Are you good?
Yeah, go. Shit. Oh, shit. Go.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I can't get in.
Want to come over this way?
It's all... I'm trying this way.
Falling stars.
Fuck.
At an old abandoned cemetery, a distant set of headlights appears on a dirt road. The team mentions local stories of a white pickup truck linked to campsite problems and strange nighttime activity.
God? So something just fell from the sky.
My favorite bag said that earlier. Falling from...
Chris, what is that?
I don't know.
Dude, I can't, right? I wish I could put into words how uncomfortable I am right now. Like, truly. Now, we've been doing a lot of research about this entire forest lately because we wanted to do a grand return. We wanted to come back here and do a minimum 2-hour-long video and really just showcase everything. In the process of doing so, we uncovered a lot of dark rumors about Dr. Steuben. Now, Dr. Steuben is one of the spirits here. But when Dr. Steuben was alive, he used to do a lot of crazy things. And some of these rumors pertain to him doing a lot of, let's just say, dark practices on people. And if he were to mess up, he would bury their bodies all throughout this forest.
A sharp, metallic clicking sound suddenly goes off near the graves. The investigator warns not to look too deep into the forest, referencing reports of a pale-faced figure seen near the tree line.
I could understand wind and stuff, over time doing this to these, because these are over 200 years old. This, on the other hand, wind's not doing that.
No, that's people trying to break in and loot or whatever they do.
I'm genuine. I can't look into the distance, bro. I can't. I know it's a story and it's probably such a stupid story, but I don't want to look in the back. It's one of those things like, bro, if I were to see something like that, I don't know if I'd recover. Like that one girl, I don't know. That's so tragic to hear what happened to her, but I mean, for several people to experience that, it's
unreal. That's actually insane.
People even claim that they'll drive past the cemetery at night and they'll see a figure just fly across the road, like just zoom across. They'll come out and investigate. They won't find anything, but some people even say they see the shadow man moving beyond the graves in the back. They added these lights here. So you'll see these like red, green lights all throughout the cemetery. So when we come here late at night, it'll be pretty lit up. But even so, if you were to see something moving, trust me guys, you'll see it. So
At a collapsed 1800s foundation, a tall shadow figure runs straight across the road in front of the headlights. The movement is too fast and controlled to be wildlife, forcing an immediate stop. While searching through occult objects, something strange happens at the same time. A pale hand moves behind one investigator, while another feels something grab their ankle.
look straight ahead.
Yeah? What is that?
I'm not trying to be that guy, but it genuinely looked like something just like walked across my light in the distance.
Oh, wow. Well, that's good. That's a good start. Ray's about to open it up.
Fucking A.
Cool. Okay.
Hello? Is anyone out there? Notice how that truck stopped in the distance as well.
Yep.
Okay. I guess since we're here, I might as well read to you the description of the Dybbuk box. Let me grab my camera off here.
Inside the attic, the temperature suddenly drops. A deep, animal-like roar comes from right behind the team, forcing them to run out of the structure immediately.
If any place is the afterlife, it's fucking this. Sure as hell feels.
It says help you.
Help me from what?
I don't know. Bro.
What the f was that?
What was that?
This. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go.
Bro, it said she is gone. It literally said she is gone as soon as I opened the door. What the fuck did you hear?
Bro. I will leave. She is gone. I will leave.
Bryce, we're leaving though. Are you good?
The team gets out of the forest, but they never get a clear answer on what was actually there. Was it a person hiding in the woods, or something else moving through the darkness? One thing is clear. Whatever it was, it stayed close, and it never left them alone. This video comes from YouTube creator Creepy Travels, where nighttime explorations of remote forest locations often reveal unsettling environmental changes. What begins as a quiet Saturday night investigation in a remote mountain forest quickly escalates into a frightening situation as wildlife suddenly goes silent. Shadowy movement appears near restricted areas, and human-like screams echo through the woods. The investigation begins in complete darkness at a location known as Witch's Woods. The forest feels immediately unnatural, with no insects or animal activity present. A sudden burst of frogs briefly breaks the silence, but they stop instantly as the investigator moves deeper into the trail. The sudden silence suggests something large or unknown may have passed through the area, disturbing the natural environment.
I don't know if y'all can hear that, but these frogs just started. They're everywhere. So why was the woods so quiet? Since I've been here, everything has been quiet. No animals, no bugs. That is weird. At least I know I'm walking into an area that nothing's scaring the frogs. It is right now, it is 65 degrees on top of the mountain. Now, Monday night and Tuesday, it's going to be down into the teens, 18, 19 degrees.
As he continues past a gated section, the isolation becomes even more intense. Despite wet and muddy conditions, there is no animal sound at all, reinforcing the sense that the area is being avoided. The investigator notes that local authorities are aware of unusual activity in the region, though details are rarely shared publicly and remain mostly anecdotal.
See, there's no frogs out here either. They should be frogs. There's mud puddles everywhere. They should be frogs in front of me that I haven't spooked yet. So something has spooked those frogs way up there. They've got cameras out here. They took down a bunch of the cameras from last time I was here. There is some strange stuff going on out here. They keep calling the cops. Rangers come out here. Nothing's ever found. But it never goes to the media. Nobody ever talks about it. It's only locals around here that will tell you.
A sudden noise erupts from the nearby brush, triggering immediate fear. The investigator recalls previous experiences in the same area involving thrown objects and sightings of a dark figure at the tree line. The feeling of being watched returns strongly, as if something is tracking his movement from just beyond visibility.
I come in miles and miles four-wheeling to get here. Oh my God, what was that? My whole body is goosebumps right now. Wow.
A tall, dark figure is briefly seen moving quickly across the path beyond the gate. With no cell service and no support nearby, the investigator realizes how vulnerable he is in the isolated forest. The sighting confirms active movement in the area, increasing the sense of immediate danger.
I could have swore something ran from right there across on the other side of that gate. Didn't see it, but you know what I'm talking about, the side of your eye. I mean, something went, and I caught it about right in there before it got to the other side. It was dark, tall and dark.
Near a creek bed, he discovers disturbing handmade symbols tied to branches, suggesting repeated human presence in the area. As he documents them, the silence is broken by a distant, human-like scream echoing through the forest, turning the situation from strange to directly threatening.
So what are they doing down here? Do y'all think that's witchcraft or what? Or am I way off? Is it something else? Yeah. What is that, zip tie? No, that's strips of duct tape. Yeah, look. There's the old one. Right there. That was the old one that was hanging. It had a grass rope. Oh, shoot. Yep. Duct tape. That's a new one. Look. There's the old one right there. That is the old one. In fact, I think I see a piece of that grass rope. There's that grass rope. Yep. There's a piece of that grass rope that was tying it together. There's another piece of that stick. There's another one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That was a 4.
After briefly resting in his vehicle, he is suddenly awakened by loud screaming outside. In the headlights, a figure is seen sprinting across the dirt road before disappearing into the darkness, escalating the sense of immediate danger around the campsite.
I just woke up. I heard something screaming and hollering again. I've been out here walking up and down. I don't know what it was. Scared the hell out of me because it was loud. Very, very loud. I think when I sleep this time, I'm gonna shut the tailgate. Roll up that back window. I'm not gonna leave it down. I wasn't even really asleep. I was in there for like 15 minutes. I think I dozed. I'm not sure. Could have swore I just saw somebody run across that road.
The identity and intent of the figures remain completely unknown as the encounter fades into unresolved darkness. With wildlife reacting unnaturally, repeated human-like screams, and multiple shadowy figures moving through the forest, the true nature of Witch's Woods remains completely unexplained. If you were alone in a forest and heard screams getting closer, would you stay to investigate or leave immediately? This video comes from YouTube creator Claire on the Road, where solo car camping in remote forest areas often turns into real-time survival situations. What begins as a quiet night in the wilderness quickly escalates into a dangerous emergency as a flash flood system. Violent lightning and complete communication loss force a midnight escape. A sudden storm hits the campsite, and heavy rain quickly turns the dirt, roads into flowing water. With no cell signal and no weather updates, the investigator realizes a flash flood may be developing nearby. The situation becomes critical as escape routes start to disappear under rising water and unstable ground.
How is it already raining? I thought it was supposed to rain at dawn. Hopefully this is just a shower. I wish I could check the weather. What in the world? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness! What in the world? Okay, I did not think that it was supposed to rain right now. I was worried enough about it raining at dawn. Am I gonna get stranded here? I would not have come here. Can I just say, I would not have come here. Like, if I had known it was gonna rain like this, I would not have come here. Oh my gosh, it is raining really hard. I hope I can get out of here in the morning. I really hope I can get out of here because it was already wet. The road was already wet. Oh my gosh, like what if I'm in a flood zone?
She wakes up to loud movement outside the vehicle in complete darkness. Intense lightning briefly reveals a massive storm system surrounding the area. With no GPS or visibility, she understands she is fully isolated and must leave before the conditions trap her in place.
I messed up. I'm leaving because there's a lot of lightning in the west. I'm creeped out that I cannot see a radar map right now. I got really, really busy. I didn't hear anything about severe storms. I just wasn't thinking about it. I don't think it's a severe storm. I didn't hear there was going to be a severe storm. I thought I heard something outside and I looked out and I started seeing lightning, and it's to the west. So I think like the southwest. I'm very creeped out. As much as I'd just like to stay here, I know nothing about this land. I don't know if I'm in a flood zone. I have no idea. But what I do know is I'm way too creeped out to stay here. This is creepier to me than the guy. Let's get out of here, guys. I gotta get out of here. If you get anything out of this video, just check the weather before you go camping. I mean, just really check it. Don't casually check it. Like, really check it.
The escape begins through muddy, unmarked backcountry roads. Lightning flashes reveal broken terrain, and soft ground that causes the vehicle to struggle for traction. Every movement forward becomes risky as the storm intensifies and the road conditions deteriorate rapidly.
In front of me, I don't know which direction. I don't even know where I am. It's so hard with, that lightning is right in front of me. It's beautiful. It's kind of scaring the out of me, but it's beautiful. I'm scared of floods. That's the thing. That's what creeps me out. I'm terrified of flooding. That creeps me out. Just that alone creeps me out. I think if there had been much more water on this road, I think I'd be having a problem getting out right now. I really do. It's not perfect right now. I mean, I'm managing. I'm definitely managing, but if it were much more wet than this, I don't know. With my forward drive Fiesta, I'm not sure if we'd make it out so well. Whatever was rustling outside woke me up. I'm so glad that woke me up.
While driving deeper into unfamiliar land, she loses all sense of direction due to no GPS signal. Deer suddenly appear and cross the road unpredictably, forcing sudden reactions. The isolation and poor visibility make navigation increasingly dangerous.
To be really honest with you, I'm not quite sure where I am right now. Deer, man. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, these deer. Like, why do they just jump in front? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Why do they do that? Why do they feel the need to jump in front of you? I'm going like 20 miles below the speed limit now. They just like run down the road. This happened to me before too. Except this other time, it was running like up the road at me. Like, it's not like they just run out in front of you. They like literally run up and down the road.
A severe weather alert comes through the radio, warning of strong winds and rapidly intensifying storm cells moving directly overhead. Almost immediately, the storm begins shaking the vehicle, confirming the system is fully active and closing in.
Line road, 7 miles.
I can't believe I ended up in a different state. How did that happen? I thought I had to go over a river to get to the next state over. I guess not. I think a storm went through here. I'm seeing a lot of downed power line, or not power lines, like branches and stuff. Definitely seeing some branches down. I hope I can get there before the storm comes, because the storm's off to my left.
Riley Auto Parts for all your car care needs. George Burge. It won't be long. Do you want to stream it or do you want to skip it? It won't be long.
Oh, shoot.
Issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Central Bayfield County in northwestern Wisconsin, northwestern Ashland County in northwestern Wisconsin until 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 10:11 p.m. Central Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 8 miles southeast of Beaver Bay to 6 miles west of Sand Island to 8 miles south of Herbster to Iron River, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Expected hazards include 60 mile per hour wind gusts.
Oh, shoot.
This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected.
After escaping, she checks radar and realizes the most dangerous part of the storm passed directly over her previous campsite. The full scale of the risk becomes clear only after leaving the area safely.
I had to stop filming because the phone fell off of my tripod while I was driving. Right when I started to get reception again, I started driving into a very bad storm. There was lots of damage around, so I tried to slow down to not drive into it as I'm trying to drive to nearest civilization. Yeah, it was pretty terrifying. I just ended up at a rest area. We're still in the middle of nowhere, but at least we're at a rest area. There's lots of people car camping here. The first thing I did was I checked the radar, and there's a very bad storm. It is to the east of us. However, you can still like really see the lightning really strongly. But I also did the reverse radar thing where you can loop back and see where the radar was, and lo and behold, it went right through where I was camping. I do not know what would have happened if I had stayed there.
With flash flood risk, severe lightning, and total isolation, the situation shows how quickly wilderness travel can turn critical. If a storm hit while you were alone off-grid, would you leave immediately or wait it out. This video comes from YouTube creator American Renegade, where solo van life travel and remote overnight parking experiences often place him in isolated locations. What begins as a quiet night, parked in a remote area, quickly turns into a disturbing security scare. The video opens mid-situation as the investigator describes a sudden disturbance outside his parked van. While resting inside his mobile unit at night, an unknown vehicle silently pulls up alongside him. Moments later, the van begins to shake violently, escalating into aggressive rocking movements that suggest direct physical contact from outside. Looking toward the rear window, he notices a dark human figure standing near the storage area containing valuable equipment, creating an immediate sense of a possible break-in.
Real quick, what happened last night, I had my first scare, I guess is a good way to put it. Yeah, I had my first scare in the van. I was sitting in my normal seat I always sit in, right? That seat there. It's freaking trash, man. I need to get some time and clean up. Anyway, so I was sitting in the chair, responding to a couple comments last night, and I was having a pan of soup. Yeah, so I'm sitting here last night, just like so. You know, I'm typing and stuff like that, and eat my soup. All of a sudden, well, I had the window sun visor on the window, but I did notice like a car like pulled up beside me, and I'm backed into a spot, and I was like, okay, well, it's typical from that for that place where I normally park. And they seemed to get out. I think it was two people, but they got out of the car. I couldn't see all that. They're, like I said, they were parked, you know, right on the other side of the van here. And then all of a sudden, I feel the van move. You know, just a tiny little rock. So I figured, okay, well, he got out and maybe stumbled into the van or, you know, something. So then it happened again. The van kind of rocked a little bit. And then all of a sudden, it rocked a lot. I was like, holy shit. And because I was going to let the couple little rocking things go, you know, I was like, okay, well, it's no big deal. But all of a sudden, yeah, I felt like a real big kind of movement to the van. I was like, hold up. I was like, hey. I kind of...
Reacting immediately, the investigator moves into the driver's seat and starts the engine. He pulls the van forward and repositions it under bright headlights to gain full visibility of the area. Preparing for a possible confrontation, he keeps a defensive tool ready while scanning the surroundings for any sign of movement or approaching individuals. After the unknown vehicle leaves, he exits to inspect the exterior for damage or forced entry. No signs of tampering are found on the locks or panels. However, a clear physical imprint is discovered on the rear storage area.
My beer, my big boy beer sitting here, and then ran into the driver's seat, boom, like that, real fast. Started up real quick, and then I just kind of leached forward. And remember, I still had the sun visor on, so I pulled that down, and then I came around and kind of pulled back in, and then kind of shined my headlights at them. Threw it in park, and then I went and grabbed this bad boy here, because I didn't, at the time, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if somebody was trying to get into the box or whatever. So yeah, I thought I was gonna have to start cracking some heads, you know. So yeah, so then I was like, well, maybe I'll just leave and find another spot to park at. But I'm not gonna be forced, or I'm not going to be. I don't want to feel scared, because this is one of my best locations.
As the night settles back into silence, the investigator records a final update before leaving the location. Although no clear motive is ever confirmed, the encounter leaves the sense that the situation wasn't random. The van, normally a controlled and safe environment, now feels compromised after the unexplained presence around it. With an unknown vehicle arriving in silence, direct physical interaction with the van, and unidentified individuals operating in a remote area at night, the true intention behind the encounter remains completely unclear. If someone silently approached your vehicle in the middle of nowhere at night, would you stay and confront it, or leave immediately? This video comes from YouTube creator The Wild Between Us, documenting remote camping experiences deep inside Canadian Crownland. What begins as a peaceful night outdoors quickly turns into a dangerous situation involving environmental collapse, followed by a direct human intrusion into the campsite. Shortly after sunset, the campsite is hit by a sudden and overwhelming insect swarm. Within minutes, the density of mosquitoes becomes extreme, forcing the travelers to abandon their setup and retreat into the van.
No. Ooh, gotta get salsa. This looks amazing. Oh yeah. Is that the right choice? Oh yeah. It's not for you, but I love you. But no. Oh my gosh. With you, life is good. It makes the long drives really worth it. Like, especially when you have to push through to a place, you know what I mean? Alright, well, we're gonna enjoy our delicious feast. And I'm gonna fight off the dogs. Okay.
In Manitoba, which we're super excited about. It's very sunny here and beautiful. And yeah, bugs are crazy at night, but crazy, like army of darkness coming for your soul. But when we got here, they weren't bad. So as soon as the sun goes down, it's game over. But yeah, we'll be fine in the day. So we're excited about that. And it's a beautiful spot. So good place. Oh, I see a mosquito. He's creeping. But we're going to get some sleep.
Later in the night, the situation escalates when a suspicious vehicle begins repeatedly driving past the isolated campsite. The truck slows down and circles the area, using the remoteness of Crownland to observe the travelers without interruption, creating an immediate sense of surveillance and pressure.
So we were debating staying. Originally we were supposed to stay a week, but a couple things happened. We talked about the bugs earlier. I just had a tick on my back. That was fun.
Not good at all. And then we found a couple on Clio. So we stopped filming after our showers because we did have an unpleasant run-in with a man, which has definitely made me feel uncomfortable. I want to preface by saying we have really, really good experiences in staying in Crownland, and you know, lots of positive things to say, but this is definitely a scenario that can happen. And do you want to tell some of the story?
Yeah, we literally just had our showers and all clean. You were wearing a dress, just hanging with the dogs. I was still working, was in the front seat, and I was out of sight. So the only thing you could see was my lovely.
The situation turns into a direct security threat when the driver exits the vehicle and crosses into the campsite boundary. Despite repeated verbal warnings and being told that protective dogs are present and aggressive, the individual continues advancing. The confrontation escalates when one of the dogs violently breaks free from its restraint, barking and lunging, forcing the intruder to retreat back into the forest.
Highway, so this vehicle went back and forth.
He drove by, and then I saw him back up, and then he drove away, and then he did the same thing, backed up, slowly drove by, and I was like, oh dear. And then he did it again, rolled down his window. I don't know if he yelled something or waved.
He was yelling and waving, which got my attention.
I think I said to you, like this isn't a good situation. You know, you can just kind of feel those things. So after that, he then drove away and came back again, but this time he drove down our road, which you've seen, we're kind of down that path. And he stopped a little ways away from the van, and I had both the dogs actually with me. They don't like when strangers come to the van, and they especially don't like when they can feel if there's something wrong or there's bad energy or whatever.
Always trust your dogs.
So Cleo was losing her mind. She actually broke her leash.
It was a cable.
Yeah, she broke her cable, snarling and barking her head off. And Coda, who is not really a big barker, like he's a husky, but he was barking and doing his bear growl, and I was like barely holding them back, and the guy was coming closer talking to me, and I said, can you please stay back, the dogs are not friendly. And he keeps coming closer, even though I said that. I said, stay back, the dogs are not friendly. And he still keeps coming closer to me, like walking closer. And I think I said it 3 times while he's still like coming into my space. And
I had the passenger side door open, but we had like a big bug screen over it so I could work with the door open.
Yeah.
So I was watching. I was debating what to do, and you don't know, like, being 2 females versus being alone. He did end up stopping and backed up and went away, but after being told 3 times to stop coming towards us
and towards me, because he didn't see that Carissa was there. So like her thought was to stay in the vehicle, so maybe he would think that she was a man if he hadn't seen her yet. But so we eventually stopped because the dogs were like basically salivating and going insane.
With no safe exit route and over 20 kilometers of rough backcountry terrain between them and civilization, the travelers realize a nighttime escape is too dangerous. With no cell service and no immediate help available, they are forced to barricade themselves inside the van and wait until morning, carrying defensive tools as the identity and intent of the intruder remain unknown. By dawn, the situation de-escalates, but there is no resolution. The truck is gone, the forest is silent, but the feeling of being watched never fully disappears. And in a place this isolated, one question remains unanswered. Was this just bad timing, or something deliberately waiting in the dark? This video comes from YouTube creator Exploring with Bear, where he documents solo survival expeditions and overnight stealth camping trips deep inside isolated forests while testing outdoor gear and enduring brutal wilderness conditions far from civilization. What begins as a simple winter camping gear test quickly spirals into a disturbing nightmare after unexplained noises, equipment failures, and strange glowing anomalies begin surrounding the frozen campsite deep within the snow-covered forest. Deep within the freezing woods, the silence of the snowfall is suddenly shattered by a disturbing dragging sound echoing through the brush, as if something massive is being pulled slowly across the forest floor just beyond the darkness.
It's getting closer. It's like something's being dragged. Tell me you guys hear that.
As the night grows colder, the heavy dragging noises return much closer to camp. Despite carrying a firearm for protection, the explorer remains completely blind to whatever is producing the crushing sounds moving through the trees nearby.
Directions. So right now I hear something like huge being dragged through the woods. Sounds really crazy. You guys listen, you can hear it. This was very odd. Something's over there right now. You guys hear that? Do you guys hear that? It's getting closer. It's like something's being dragged. Tell me you guys hear that. Something is being dragged over there. Well, it quit. Nope, there it goes. What in the heck? That was a long drag. Like, it just kept going and going. But I don't see nothing, but it sounds pretty close. I don't know what to think about that. I am armed, though. That was a weird noise for sure.
Retreating into his compact one-man tent to escape the freezing air, the explorer suddenly hears heavy footsteps crunching directly beside the shelter. The slow movement circles the perimeter, creating the horrifying feeling that something unseen is actively watching the camp from the darkness.
And I should have watched a couple videos on it before I did it. I thought I had it, but yeah, that's a little too big of a gap, I'd say. I just heard something walking right up on me. That was weird. Where'd that come from?
While struggling through a violent coughing fit caused by worsening illness, a sudden explosive impact erupts from the pitch-black woods behind the fire. Moments later, his primary tactical flashlight aggressively malfunctions and dies, leaving the entire campsite exposed in darkness.
It is super dark out, guys. Oh, crap. Holy smokes. That was a scary sound. I was coughing. I don't know if you guys heard that. Coming from back there, and I can't see nothing over there. Pitch black. Oh, my flashlight ain't working now. Wonderful. What the heck was that? Alright guys, so it's been well past 12 minutes now. Way past 12 minutes. And this thing never even got hot. My mac and cheese is still cold. Alright, well, there's only one thing to do now.
After the fire burns low, the situation becomes even more terrifying. Sitting silently in the darkness, the explorer spots a pale, motionless figure standing near the edge of the trees. The instant a flashlight beam hits the area, the silhouette completely vanishes without a trace.
And then it'd go over here, and then New Testament, and all over the place. I told her I'd do it with her, but I want to read it from the beginning to end. So we're in Genesis right now. I think I'm like chapter 18 or 19 or something like that, maybe 20 on this. What was that? Freaking flashlights are all broke. What was that? So I didn't tell you guys, but off camera, I was just sitting here listening. And over there, because right now the light's in my eyes and I can't see nothing over there. But my eyes were starting to get a little adjusted to the dark because I had no lights on. I was just sitting here. It looked like something white. Like I could see, I could make out something white.
The unexplained activity reaches its peak when a strange glowing white light suddenly appears deep between the distant trees. The floating anomaly remains visible to the naked eye, but the exact moment the flashlight beam reaches it, the light instantly disappears from the forest entirely.
And then maybe laying down for a bit. Yeah, let's do that. Man, guys, you can't see it through the camera. But right, and once I put the light on it, you can't see it either. But there's like something. How is that possible? There's something sort of like light and glowing over there. I can see it with my eye. It's not coming up on camera. But once I put the light, this light on it, there's nothing there. Nothing at all. It don't even look like, I can't even tell like what it could be. It's like nothing. Light off though, and it's there. That is weird. I do not know what that is. I'm getting pretty tired. I don't know what time it is now. Quite a bit of times. Well, a whole lot of times passed. I don't know if I should sleep here or not, guys. I Like, I can feel it in my lungs right now.
Overwhelmed by severe illness, constant equipment failures, and the unexplained presence surrounding the frozen campsite, the explorer ultimately abandons the wilderness in the middle of the night, leaving the dragging sounds, phantom silhouette, and glowing lights hidden deep within the forest completely unexplained. This video comes from YouTube creator Franco TV, where he explores abandoned facilities, cursed structures, and haunted historical locations connected to terrifying paranormal legends and unexplained activity hidden deep within the darkness. What begins as a solo overnight investigation inside Tennessee's infamous Hales Bar Dam quickly descends into chaos as violent storms, shadowy figures, and aggressive disembodied voices trap the explorer deep inside the flooded tunnels. Inside a decayed office buried within the dam, the investigator recounts one of the structure's darkest legends, the alleged murder of a young secretary whose death was supposedly covered up after a powerful official snapped her neck inside the facility. According to local stories, her spirit still watches visitors from the abandoned windows overlooking the ruins.
Craziest thing was probably when I nearly had a 35-pound wooden window frame thrown at me.
From here?
Yeah, third floor. It flew from a part of the dam that you cannot access anymore because the floor and the stairs to it have rotted away. Something happened here, but I'm not sure if it's YouTube appropriate.
Go ahead, say it. If it's anything not well.
Navigating through a maze of rusted fire doors and flooded hallways, the explorer descends deeper toward the underground tunnels. While scanning a sealed stone recess with his flashlight, he suddenly freezes after spotting a dark, motionless figure-shaped silhouette sitting upright inside the wall.
Okay, so I want to let you guys know that in here is actually, hear that, inside of here. Let me see what's in here real quick. Alright, inside here is where the tunnel is, and apparently there's a demon on the inside of here. That freaks me out because it looks like something sitting upwards, like a person, but that's the creepy tunnel area. Margot! I'm not allowed to go back in this direction. That whole area there is blocked off. So in case you guys are wondering, that area I'm not allowed to go to. He told me specifically. So we're going to keep it this way. I think that place belongs to another part of the building that they're keeping off limits.
Pushing the investigation further, the creator intentionally shuts off all primary lighting and begins walking through the tunnels using only night vision. Moments later, a deep vocal sound suddenly echoes directly behind him through the darkness, forcing him into a frantic equipment check near the exposed drops and flooded corridors.
Inside the tunnel. They're water drops. Now I just heard a beep. It is pitch black in here, and so saying that, what I want to do is take the night vision camera and walk through here with pitch darkness. This is incredibly not smart, so be careful when you guys ever do this, because there's a lot of holes and stuff you don't want to fall into. But let's go ahead and go night vision and seeing what we can catch. This has to be by far one of the creepiest locations I have seen, because I'm actually deep inside of this. I can't go too far down there, but we'll see what happens. I don't know yet. Holy crap. Alright, that's a wall. Guys, this is the tunnel. This is freaking terrifying.
As a violent lightning storm crashes over the dam, the investigator climbs a series of unstable wooden staircases toward the upper floor. Halfway up the corridor, overlapping whispers begin echoing through the empty structure, causing him to stop completely as the feeling of being watched intensifies around the staircase. The situation spirals into panic when the flashlight suddenly begins flickering uncontrollably on the second floor. Trapped in near total darkness beside massive electrical control boxes, the explorer hears a heavy shuffling sound moving from behind a sealed concrete wall before immediately retreating toward the lower tunnels.
Whoa, that's actually trippy. I actually have my light on just blinking mode. Oh shit, I just heard something. I don't want to give you guys an epileptic seizure. Oh, this is terrifying. It is trying to rain pretty bad.
Inside an abandoned room tied to the dam's darkest legends, the investigator begins a spirit box session. As the tracking devices spike violently, a crystal-clear voice suddenly breaks through the static and accurately identifies the exact color of his clothing. Seconds later, the creator reacts in shock as an ice-cold sensation grips his arm from the darkness beside him.
Corruption.
Oh my god, I just got corruption. Something that you guys don't know, well, you guys do know, this building, back in the day when it was running, had a lot of corruption here. A lot of people had passed away here as well. Were you part of this facility?
Further down.
Further down. I'm getting a lot of something weird going on over here. I keep seeing something with a shadow.
Coming through from here on the air.
Look at that. I don't know if that's part of it, but
You also attended.
when this goes on, they're responding. The K2 meter's also lighting up.
Sleep. Whereabout? Seen it.
All right.
What that is the location?
Is it okay that I could record in this room? Yeah, sure. I don't know if that's what it said. You guys correct me. Oh my god. Oh my god. It just said I have black pants. I have black pants on. Are you talking about what I'm wearing?
With the storm intensifying outside and the paranormal activity escalating inside the collapsing structure, the explorer is ultimately forced to abandon the investigation and evacuate the dam before conditions become completely uncontrollable. The shadow figures, intelligent vocal responses, and hostile presence hidden deep within the flooded tunnels remain terrifyingly unexplained. Do you believe the voices and figures inside Hales Bar Dam were the spirits of workers and victims trapped within the concrete ruins, or did something far older and far darker awaken beneath the tunnels long before the dam was ever built? This video comes from YouTube creator Paranormal Discovery, where remote wilderness expeditions and survival investigations explore isolated forests, abandoned structures, and alleged cryptid territory tied to disturbing paranormal encounters and unexplained activity deep within the wildlands. What begins as a rugged hiking expedition into the overgrown terrain of Blue Birch Mountain quickly transforms into a terrifying survival ordeal as violent crashes, strange tree formations, and aggressive unseen movement begin surrounding the camp deep inside the forest. While crossing a remote riverbank, the investigators discover a bizarre structural anomaly. The narrow footbridge appears heavily reinforced with massive logs far too large for a lone hiker to move alone, while a discarded hockey net sits mysteriously wedged into the frozen shoreline nearby.
Oh, so don't get it twisted. We're still entering remote Sasquatch territory, possibly Wendigo. We got Skinwalker on our thing last time, so I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, this is completely different. What the? How does that happen? Like, actually, so the video I put in the description, go to that video. This bridge was different, man. It's like, this is not human made.
What?
Bro, when I came here, this was a totally different looking bridge.
Oh, really?
So like, there's no way a human made this like this. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Oh, these look fucking heavy.
That's what I mean.
Oh,
That one,
carry those.
that far one was there, but this, or like these ones,
These are new?
I'm almost certain.
What's down there? Can you see that? Or am I just tripping out?
It's like a hockey net.
Is that what that is?
I think so.
How is that there?
I have no idea.
That's a very odd placement for a hockey net.
Right? For the winter, maybe.
Yeah,
but
maybe.
that would be some remote Sasquatch hockey. Like, yeah.
During a short pause near a dense spruce thicket, the silence of the mountain suddenly erupts as something massive crashes violently through the underbrush close to the trail, immediately alerting the team that something unseen may be tracking their movement through the woods. Ascending deeper toward the mountain peak, the explorers uncover unnatural tree formations commonly associated with alleged cryptid territory. A huge timber limb appears deliberately wedged between two split tree trunks high above the forest floor, forming a strange territorial marker deep within the wilderness.
Guys, I'm getting nervous. I'm starting to get just a weird feeling like something is out here. What the hell? There you go. Got some Bigfoot activity already. Tree jam between some trees.
Wait, what's it again?
Some Bigfoot activity already. If you see, there's like a tree jam between two.
Oh.
I've been finding numerous trees
Like that?
jammed between like two split trees.
Like specifically in this area?
Yes.
Yeah?
And in other forests too.
Huh.
So I'm starting to think that it's like
To
a,
be honest, I didn't know that was the thing.
well, it's structure.
This is why I'm here with the Sasquatch professional.
Yeah.
You know that.
Well, it's just a weird pattern I've been seeing, so. What?
It's warm, it's humid.
Yeah.
So, we'll do that.
Now, I know when it gets dark, the GoPro is absolutely shit in the darkness, so I'm doing my best to really show you guys the rest of the tour until we get there. I do know we're really close.
As fog rolls across the trail near the abandoned ruins, a chilling, high-pitched woman's laugh suddenly echoes through the trees from somewhere near the old cabin, before the investigators can even begin recording the sound.
Just made it until my phone died. So, perfect timing, but still. What the f? Hello? Bro, I just heard a woman laugh, like actually. I just heard a woman laugh. Like, like from somewhere in here.
I wasn't recording, but you should have recorded that.
Yeah, I was recording.
From the direction of where this cabin is?
Yeah. Like a woman, like,
That's creepy.
oh.
Maybe. Hello?
Later that night, the situation spirals into panic after one explorer separates from camp to investigate distant howling sounds near the lake. Within moments, an unseen four-legged creature begins growling and rapidly running parallel through the brush beside him, forcing a frantic sprint back toward the safety of the fire.
Where did the dogs come from? What was that? Whoa! 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 Fuck! Holy shit! Someone here was running with me. I swear when I was running, I heard something running down that hill. Holy shit. How the fuck do I get back? Oh shit. I'm literally trying to hold this while Who's there?
As dawn approaches and the team begins packing their gear, they discover something deeply disturbing beside the cabin. Their heavy outdoor prep table has been violently flipped upside down, while two massive wooden limbs have been carefully arranged into a perfect X formation directly outside the entrance.
Let's bounce.
Have you seen that?
What the f?
The table.
Yo, the table's knocked over.
How the hell did that happen?
Yo, the table is legitimately knocked over. Dude, what the hell?
Yeah, right?
What is this?
How the hell did that happen?
Somebody there? Yeah, it's just...
I didn't hear anything while we were sleeping.
No. I mean, I can sleep through a hurricane,
Yeah,
but...
me too.
Yo, that's actually tripping me out, man.
Me too.
With batteries failing, the camp perimeter compromised, and physical evidence suggesting something had been actively monitoring their movements throughout the night, the investigators ultimately abandon the expedition and evacuate Blue Birch Mountain before nightfall returns. Do you believe the strange tree formations and structural manipulations surrounding the campsite were created by a highly territorial cryptid hidden deep within the mountain wilderness? Or did the investigators unknowingly enter an area tied to something far stranger lurking beyond the forest? This video comes from YouTube creator Black Mass Paranormal, where remote wilderness expeditions investigate mountain folklore, hidden cave systems, missing persons cases, and terrifying unexplained activity deep within isolated backcountry terrain. What begins as a father and son search for a legendary underground tunnel network hidden inside Porter's Creek quickly descends into an unsettling trek through ancient stone structures, strange drag trails, and disturbing sounds echoing through the mountains after dark. Early in the expedition, the explorer recounts a bizarre local discovery from 2019 when a family searching for fossils accidentally uncovered a massive prehistoric tunnel entrance hidden beneath a collapsed rock pile. The underground structure reportedly stretches for miles beneath the surrounding wilderness.
We are at a very unique location this time around because we are in an area where I believe that the Pharaoh people used the tunnel systems to move throughout the mountains. I also think that they live throughout these tunnel systems. Back in 2019, a family came up here to Porter's Creek and they were just having a good time walking around and looking for fossils. Well, one of the children happened to move a pile of rocks, which ended up leading them into a tunnel system that was about 8 feet by 8 feet.
After crossing a shallow mountain river, the team stumbles upon a primitive stone retaining wall buried deep within thick mountain laurel. The carefully stacked structure appears far too deliberate to be natural, suggesting that an isolated settlement or hidden outpost once occupied the remote terrain.
It's like a old retaining wall almost. See, this is built 100%. Now the question is, who built it and why?
The tension intensifies after the investigators discover a strange trail of overturned rocks and displaced leaves cutting directly through the forest floor. A narrow drag mark carved through the mud suggests something heavy had recently been pulled through the woods by hand.
Maybe used to be a homestead here. Something's been through here.
That's what humans been doing.
That's a wild looking tree over there.
Near the roots of a massive tree, the explorer notices a pale object partially hidden in the brush. Recovering it reveals a heavily weathered bone stripped completely clean, implying that a predator, human or animal, processed to kill directly beside the trail.
That's bone.
But it's like a, let me see. It's a bird bone.
It's
or something. I don't know. There's no marrow in it. What is it?
I don't know. Something's been chewing on it.
Something ate all the marrow. Like there's a little bit inside.
But it feels weird.
And it's really white. It's like bones not.
Yeah. I mean, it's got like the density of an antler, but like, it's not an antler.
There was marrow in it. Take this home?
Yeah, take it home. Hell yeah, take it home. That's cool. Let's see if we can find anything else.
I want to get in the tree.
You want to climb up that tree? Yeah. It's a pretty amazing tree.
As daylight rapidly disappears, the team begins retreating toward the main trail when the silence of the mountains is violently shattered by the sound of a massive metallic door slamming somewhere deep within the valley.
Did you hear that?
What?
Sound like a door slamming?
I heard something sounding like that earlier, but I didn't hear it now.
Really?
But I heard it like up.
That's what I'm saying. It sounded like it came from that direction.
Yeah, because when we were up there, I heard it come up that hill.
Well, hopefully my camera picked that up. But it was that metallic door sound.
Moments later, overlapping screams and rhythmic chanting-like vocalizations echo from the distant tree line. The disturbing sounds ripple across the mountainside twice in quick succession, convincing the investigators to immediately abandon their off-trail search before darkness fully consumes the terrain.
They're screaming. So for those of y'all who don't know, often associated when paranormal happenings occur. A lot of people report hearing like a metal door slamming when there's no reason for it, and that's just what happened. What do you think? You can make it across?
Yeah, but what's that screaming from?
I don't know what the screaming's from.
It sounds like not like
Before exiting the wilderness, the team uncovers a forgotten cemetery hidden deep within the forest. The weathered gravestones date back to the early 1900s, revealing the tragic remains of multiple infants buried beside a single isolated family line.
Alright, looks like we found some old gravestones. Here, check this out. Oh wow, look at that. These old graves, man. 1909. Born and died. Oh, that's a baby.
Oh, that's them falling in.
Yeah.
With communication signals failing, darkness swallowing the mountains, and unexplained vocalizations continuing through the fog-covered timber, the father and son ultimately abandoned the search for the tunnel entrance entirely. The true extent of the underground passageways, and whatever may still be living within them, remains completely unknown. Do you believe these hidden mountain tunnels were once used by moonshiners and isolated settlers? Or could generations of feral inhabitants still be moving through the wilderness beneath Porter's Creek completely unseen? This video comes from YouTube creator Rugged Road Explorers, where remote canyon expeditions uncover ancient ruins, hidden cliff dwellings, and forgotten historical structures deep within dangerous high-altitude terrain far from civilization. What begins as a routine search for ancient sites using binoculars quickly transforms into a brutal survival climb as collapsing ledges, sheer canyon drop-offs, and isolated sealed chambers push the explorer to the absolute edge of disaster. Deep within the silent canyon, the explorer notices fresh predator tracks cutting directly across the narrow dirt path. The prints belong to a mature bobcat traveling with her kittens, confirming that active wildlife is hunting along the exact same cliffside corridor he must navigate alone.
And I wanted to point this out. What's right here? You've got cat prints. You've got a larger cat there. You can see the print there. And then you've got teeny tiny ones too. So you've got a mama cat, probably a bobcat. It doesn't look big enough to be a mountain lion. And her kittens have traveled not too recent right here in front of me. So let's go try to catch them. All right, guys, let's check this out.
The physical danger escalates rapidly as the explorer becomes disoriented while crossing unstable mountain terrain. Standing on a razor-thin ledge of loose shale with a deadly vertical drop beneath him, he's forced into a slow, high-pressure backtrack where a single mistake could send him hundreds of feet into the canyon below.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't think we're in the right place. Shoot. That's the kind of hazards with doing this stuff, trying to get to these ruins. We're obviously on the wrong level, and the levels below this looked a lot worse.
After descending deeper into the canyon system, the explorer uncovers an ancient hidden granary built directly into the cliff face. Carefully avoiding damage to the fragile structure, he discovers preserved wooden beams, prehistoric Fremont gray pottery, and an ancient corn cob still resting untouched inside the ruin after centuries of abandonment.
This is pretty cool. So that's the corner, that's the edge right there. Oof. So it looks like it was just a granary. This is the door right here. You can see the wood slats for it. It looks like somebody either fell or got kicked in on that end. Aha! Look. Yep, it definitely was a granary. There's a corn cob right there. Let's see if we can zoom in on it for you. You see there?
Beyond the collapsed stone wall, another structure suddenly appears across a massive canyon gap. The isolated ruin resembles a fortified chamber or sealed safe room positioned high above the abyss, completely unreachable without risking a deadly crossing over the exposed cliffside terrain.
That's crazy. And that is where we just came from. Oh boy. Holy smokes. There's another ruin there. It's another granary maybe? Or is this a habitation? Oh man. A safe room? Because there's no getting around that. It's a drop off. Oh. We may just, this is about as close as we're gonna get. I'll zoom in for you guys.
The tension peaks when the explorer leans over the unstable edge to film through a broken opening inside the sealed chamber. As loose sand and rock begin sliding beneath his boots, chunks of debris violently collapse down the canyon wall while he struggles to keep his footing above the enormous drop.
What do you think? Oh man. Kept this still so you could get a better look inside the chamber. There's no doorway. It was completely sealed. Someone broke a hole through the wall, just big enough to peek in. I can make out a shelf in the back and what looks like some objects placed on it. And on the floor, there's things scattered. What do you guys see in here? Let me know in the comments. So that's pretty cool. I know it doesn't look like it, guys. I wish I could get closer. I tried to get as close as I could, but it's slanted.
With daylight disappearing and the unstable cliffside becoming increasingly dangerous, the explorer is ultimately forced to retreat from the canyon before reaching the sealed chamber. The mysterious contents hidden inside the ancient structure, and the true reason these impossible cliffside shelters were built so far beyond human reach, remain completely unknown.